Hello everyone, my name is Aicha Pozani. Muslim number is 2413042069. So here I will present about cooperative principle and implicator. So the cooperative principle is introduced by H.B. Grice. It's a fundamental concept in pragmatic that assumes speaker and listener work together to achieve effective communication. And this principle is guided by four maxims. Okay, the first is maxim of quality. This maxim requires speaker to be truthful and provide accurate information. It implies that speakers should not say anything they believe to be false or for which they lack adequate evidence. For example, if someone asks you about your favorite food, you should answer honestly and not claim to like something you don't actually enjoy. Okay, the second, maxim of quantity. This maxim requires speaker to provide enough information, but not too much. It implies that speaker should provide the right amount of information to facilitate understanding without overwhelming or under-informating the listener. For instance, if someone asks you for direction to a nearby restaurant, you should provide enough information to help them find it, but not so much that you confuse them with unnecessary details. Okay, the third is maxim of relevance. This maxim requires speaker to stay on topic and provide relevant information. It implies that speaker should only contribute information that is impertinent to conversation or topic at hand. For example, if someone is discussing their favorite book, it's not relevant to suddenly start talking about your favorite movie unless it connects to the book discussion. Okay, the last is maxim of manners. This maxim requires speaker to be clear and concise in their communication. It implies that speakers should avoid ambiguity, obscurity, and unnecessary complexity in their language. For instance, instead of using convoluted sentences, speakers should aim to express their thoughts in a straightforward and understandable way. Okay, next, implicator. Implicator refers to the implied meaning that goes beyond the literal meaning of words. And there are two main types of implicator. Okay, the first is conversational implicator. This type of implicator arises from the context of a conversation and relies on the cooperative principle. It involves inferences that listeners make based on the speaker's word, tone, and context. For example, if someone says, "I'm not a morning person," it might imply that they are not very energetic or alert in the morning. Okay, the second is conventional implicator. This type of implicator is derived from the conventional meaning of words and phrases. It involves meaning that are associated with specific words or phrases beyond their literal interpretation. For instance, the word but often imply a contrast between two clauses, as in he's rich but unhappy, which suggests that being rich does not necessarily lead to happiness. Okay, next is context. Context plays a crucial role in shaping the meaning of language. It includes the physical setting, the relationship between the speaker and listener, the cultural background, and the topic of conversation. Context can influence how words are interpreted and what implicators are drawn. For example, the phrases "break a leg" can be interpreted as well-wish before a performance in theatrical context, but it might be taken literally in a different context. Okay, the last is speech aid. Speech aid refers to the action performed through language, such as promising, ordering, questioning, or apologizing. These acts are not just about the words used, but also about the intention behind them and the effect they have on the listener. For instance, saying, "I promise to meet you at 5 p.m." is a speech act that commits the speaker to being at a certain place at a certain time. Okay, conclusion is the cooperative principle, implicature, context, and speech aid are essential concepts in understanding the complexity and nuance of human communication. These concepts highlight the importance of cooperation, inference, and context in shaping the meaning of language. By understanding this concept, we can better appreciate the dynamic and multifaceted nature of human communication, where meaning often goes beyond the literal interpretation of words. Effective communication relies on the ability to navigate these complexities, and being aware of this concept can help us communicate more effectively in various contexts. Okay, that's all the explanation from me. Hopefully it's useful and see you next time.